like, yeah, we're looking after the house, but only one door's locked in his bedroom, and you can look through the key, all fucking like bondage shit and whips and shit.
Fucking
yeah, the rim.
We talked about the nights out. We've had a lot of fucking belting ones that come to mind. Long fucking winded stories, but they always ended up the same way. Yeah, and I don't regret any of these nights out that we had, because you look back sometimes. Anyone who's binged and been out on it, you look back and think, oh, it makes you feel a little bit. If I watch a film where people are binging and the sun's coming up, it makes me feel a bit ooh. But at the time, I wouldn't have.
Years later, you look at it and you're like, that was a good night.
It was a good night. And if I didn't want to be there, I wouldn't have been there. I would have left. And we had some great times. And I think in the tattoo industry, amongst like tattooists, it's well known fact that they all used to get pissed and do.
You have messy nights, don't you? That's what makes it.
And it's part of the job, and we're lucky to do that job. Do you know what I mean? This day and age, we'll talk now. I want to move on and talk about fashion. Okay, in the tattoo industry, fashion. We talked about it earlier on the way here in the taxi, and I think that the old-fashioned tattoos, when you look back at them originally, they always like bikers, weren't they? I remember when I got tattooed when I was 14, he was like, he looked like a Hell's Angel, and like
literally.
Well, the guy who tattooed in the town wasn't the best artist. He was the guy who knew where to get tattoo machines and equipment. That's who he was.
So that's kind of how it was. And then it changed, and over the years, it's changed the way that when I think of tattoo, it's like you just told me something, and I've not cottoned on to the change what you mentioned before. For me, we'll talk about the way they're dressing now. For me, tattooists, right? They're all hipsters.
Yeah.
They all look like clones of each other. They all wear what Adam's wearing. All these same tattoos, the Quicksilver top. Do you know what I mean? The Vans trainers.
I told you, you're so out of date.
I know this, but
Quicksilver.
that's
Carhartt.
what I'm talking. No, but the skateboard, like there was all that sort of like jackass type. And there was a click. It's clicker. When you go to a convention, it's clicky, yeah?
But now you're seeing a lot of like normal people getting into tattooing. I would say normal is like a broad term, but like
Joe was saying, describe what you think now tattoos look like.
So they have the little sort of turned up beanie on the back of the head. They drink matchas. They have
like
the
look looks
jeans.
like a fucking Jewish type.
Like a corded kipper. And then they were sort of Carhartt dungarees or Carhartt all Carhartt, and they were sort of big
utility
gates.
vest.
The point we're getting at is it changes, doesn't it? And people all want. You think to be a tattooist, you've got to dress and act a certain way. And my old time tattooing, Adam will tell you, I would wear fucking my trackies like a scarlet and
Air Max.
I didn't give a fuck. I'm not being part of that. When we went to conventions, you've got to brown nose and drink with the organisers if you want to win. I'm not doing that. No. I wouldn't do it. I wasn't interested in it. Do you know what I mean?
It's tattooing for sport, in it, essentially.
And I just feel like there's a clique and there's a certain fashion with being a tattoo artist.
You told me at that convention, he was like, he's going to win an award and he's going to win an award, and they did.
Well, it goes to like how many. Look, if they're buying loads of tables, they want them back.
There's a politics
they
to
want
it in
them
there.
back. If they're a big name and they're making the show, they want them back. So if you think you're not going to win, just go up to the guy and say, I better fucking win or else.
I'll smash your head.
You know what I mean? And I won, you know what I mean?
Right, but like I say about the fashion, I wear trackies, trainers, because it's not a fashion show, because it's like, they're going to get dirty. They're going to get fucking dirty. I see like sort of girls on Instagram, they wear like fucking bodices and white clothes. I'm like, mate, that's got to just be for the gram.
Because it's all for Instagram, isn't it? It's all, that's the way it's gone this day and age.
I remember once I wanted to wear something like flashy, bear in mind it was years ago, and I had a fucking, there used to be these shirts, these bowling shirts called Dragonfly, and it was a bowling shirt, it had little flames on it, was white, but first day, got a little black ink on it, and it turned into little black stars.
Yeah.
Do you know, I was like,
that one drop will fucking ruin
yeah.
that.
You guarantee if you've got new trainers, it's going to land on it.
First day as well. Dickhead.
Right, so talking about customers, fucking hell, we've all tattooed some knobheads. I had some guy come into me and he said, do you do ink to skin time? I was like, what?
What's that?
He didn't want to pay me until the needle went in his arm.
Oh, right.
So basically, all the prep, draw him a fucking sleeve, do this, do that. On the day, shave his arm. Like
he's like, that's not a tattoo, is it?
I kind of work like that, though.
Do you?
I'm very lenient.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that on camera, but I am very lenient.
Do you not think that all that stuff is part of the tattoo, though?
It is. Yeah, it is. And especially the time you spend at home, the 6 hours getting...
If a decorator came into your house to wallpaper it and he had to strip the walls and fill them and rub them down, would you not pay him for that bit?
Exactly. No,
it's the prep, you've got to do everything goes into it.
That's part of the tattoo.
It's part of the job.
That's like saying I don't charge for outlines, I only charge for colour. Yeah. So I can't colour that until I've done that. Yeah. I can't start this tattoo until I've sized it up on you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm quite lenient in that sense. Like, if someone wants to move, they won't lose the deposit, and I know they should, but like...
Well, do you know how much... like, if they message me 2 weeks before, If they message me on the day or the day before, no.
Yeah, no.
Well, if it's working for you, I saw a guy, Leeds, fantastic tattoos, he says he never takes deposits. He's never had anyone fuck him over, so he never takes deposits.
I will always take a deposit, though.
Yeah, fucking the ones who don't, you know what I mean? So
you get all sorts of knobheads. What about people coming in under the influence, pissed or drugs? Have you had to deal with this yet? I deal with one the other day.
You told me,
Fuck, you should have seen him. Sorry, you can tell it now, just very quick. There was this guy I tattooed the other day. He come in, off his fucking nut, not been in bed. He was smoking a J when I got here, he was drinking Stellas. He come in, he got some balloons, had this canister in it. He was laying on the bed, I filmed him, he's doing the fucking balloons while I'm trying to tattoo him. He wouldn't keep still, I fucked him off.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, he was off his fucking...
At that point,
he was off his fucking nut.
Yeah.
You get these all the time. I remember Pat that I used to work with, right? We was waiting to do a tattoo. We had someone coming in and he turned up, not been bed, bladdered with a bottle of wine, this young scally lad. And he come in and Pat said, I can't tattoo you like you're pissed. So he started like giving him abuse, loads of abuse. So Pat fucking cracked him in the middle of the shop. I was tattooing someone. Pat fucking cracked him and he was with another big lad and Pat was like, you do him, I'll do him. I was like, I don't know these lads, but yeah, sound. So he goes outside, this big lad said to me, I don't want any trouble, you Danny, I don't want any trouble. And he stood back. So Pat came outside to this lad who was bladdered. He went, right, let's fucking have it. And he did this spinning like fucking back kick in the air.
You told me this.
Completely fucking missed.
As you did.
Landed on the floor in the stones and got up like jumping about. And this lad was just like, he'd already battered him in the shop at this point.
You told me Pat said, I'm going to karate kick him.
Yeah. Fuck, he did. Like spinning. But mate, it was hilarious. It was really funny. Me and Pat had a great crack. We used to have some fun. I remember we had an accountant, right?
Saul.
Funny enough.
I remember the story you told me, but carry on.
The fart. Is it the
one
fart
that was wanking?
What?
Oh.
You want it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was Pat telling someone. So I'll quickly tell you this, right? We had an accountant, he come in and he's like, Danny, you can't put in for this and you can't put in for that. I'm like, yeah, I can. I need it. I've got to do this, that. Yeah, but yeah. And there was stuff that I was like taking the piss with, getting me accountant to put in for it. And he was whinging and he was sat on this couch in our like waiting area. I was getting pissed off of him and Pat was sat there. So I walked up to him, pulled my pants down on my underpants, turned around, pulled my arse cheeks apart and went, and farted in his face. He was just sat there on the couch. And I don't think he knew what to do. Like, Pat was rolling around, laughing his head off on the floor. The one that you was on about, Pat was tattooing some guy. He had his hands down his
fucking... He was watching porn on his phone.
So, no, that's me. So that was someone I tattooed. Let me just tell you this one. Pat was tattooing this guy. And he hands down his pants and he's fucking messing with his balls. Like, Pat's like, what you doing? And he was like, nothing. And Pat, he was basically messing with his dick the whole time. Wasn't watching porn. Like, Pat fucked him off that. I was tattooing this one lad. I always tattoo him. He's weird. He comes in and he says, like, tattooing turns him on. So I'm tattooing him. He starts making these noises going, ugh, like that. And he's like, do you mind if I watch some porn on my phone? I want to watch some bad bitches.
Like, he started showing you the porn, didn't he? And
I'm like, yeah, I want to see how I'm trying to do your fucking tattoo. But he got off on it. Like, and
I said still, mate.
I said to him, fucking pack it in, mate, or I'm going to fucking batter you. Like, do you know what I mean?
Not that guy.
Yeah, he was there, like, so I ended up stopping tattooing. Like, we've had some situations in my shop.
As you do.
As we did, didn't we? Yeah. But I was, like, you were, like, for now, you haven't got me anymore, so it's down to you to sort them out. But you always had me there. We never had any bother.
I always got the word.
The complaints.
Did you ever have anyone that never wouldn't pay? Don't want to pay for the tattoo?
I never had someone that didn't want to pay. But you always had those people that want to go. They said, "Oh, I'm going to the fucking cash machine, get a deposit," and then they won't come back, and you'll be waiting there half an hour
just
later.
Just a book. Yeah.
It's like the cash machine's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you asked them for a deposit. They didn't want to pay one. Do you know what I mean?
People don't want to part with the money, but
no,
you have to part
with
it eventually.
We talked about scams. You told me about someone who did a scam or something on you with
They tried paying with a black app. Long story. Tried paying with a black app, and I was like, "Fuck, man, what can I fucking do?" It's the end of the day. There's two of them. I can't fucking take it off his. Can't take it off him. Do you know what I mean? I was like, so I looked at him like, "This is what we're doing, is it?" And he's like, "So they fuck off," and then they come back, and it was like a black app. It looks like it's paid and everything. And then 5 minutes later, knocks on the door. He's like, 150 was it? I was like, yeah. Right, yeah, I phoned the bank and it got bounced back. I know it didn't, but he just must have this pang of conscience. I was like, right.
Which you're lucky because, as the saying goes, I think they was travelling lads, weren't they? Was they travellers?
Yeah. But he's gone at this point.
He tried it on, but he come back and paid. So,
it was two of them. I think what it was like one of them was like, I've got this blackout, we'll fucking do this. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, came back and paid. I was like,
I've never had in 18 years an issue with anything like that.
No, I'm not surprised, mate.
I did have one person once I did a tattoo for. It wasn't the best tattoo in the world, but they messaged me about 6 months later saying, this is a mess, I'm not happy, can you sort it out? Which I never get, so I was like, what? And they
6 months later as well.
They sent me a picture of the tattoo. I had the original that I took. It had different lines and someone else had gone over it and done something else, and I was like, it was fine when I did it, someone's done some more on it, and she's trying blatantly saying that they hadn't, and I showed her the picture. I think I sent it to you. There's lines where there shouldn't be lines. I showed you at the time.
I remember that.
Yeah, fucking hell. Like, I was like, some people will take the piss and they'll try it on, won't they? The next thing that I always think about is tattoo trends. Do you know when we talked about, I went in and got that little 20 quid Chinese symbol.
The stars.
And the stars and the tribal. You've seen how it comes round, haven't you? And I get messages me and people say, listen, I want a tattoo. I've just had a kid's just been born, and I'm thinking, no, pocket watch. Yeah. They're not going to say pocket watch, though. They're going to say a stopwatch.
A stopwatch.
And an egg timer.
Yeah.
How
about clapping hands?
Yeah, clapping hands, praying hands. Yeah, it's I want free with my name, the kid, the time of birth, free stopwatches, or like I say, an egg timer, an hourglass. And I think to myself, I can't be fucked with this anymore. It grinds you down. I think as a tattooist, if I could tattoo anything I wanted, I'd be mad for it. I'd love it. And you've got to try and convince people now to go large scale. You want a full, big, massive piece here and something small at the bottom, and try and do it. Because all these small ones that we used to do back in the day, we want large scale, and it needs to be. You don't need details overrated. You don't need loads of detail no more. You need contrast.
You need contrast, and you need
depth,
what's
dark,
the word?
Black and
you need like
lights.
Yeah, it needs to be, but like say like one big piece rather than like just adding it together.
People are scared of using black, but also people are scared of stitching stencils together, so they'll literally make it as big as they can on an A4 and stick it on, and then you'll end up with like an oval piece on.
Just that's it, just that. But
it's not going to go edge to edge.
It's going
to look shit if you want to.
People are making stencil machines. You can make stencils off a roll and make them big. I always think, if you stood on the other side of the road, could you see what that tattoo is? No, it looks like a mess, doesn't it? So I'm saying, let's do it huge. Let's do it flat, and it's done quicker.
Yeah, the best sleeves look like a piece that's been stretched over the whole arm. I think 100%. That's the best kind.
Back in the day, you'd get like most tattooists, you'd get one there, one there,
and it'd be an oval,
and then fillers in the background. And then fillers.
Like back in the day, if you wanted a sleeve, you walked into the tattoo studio and you picked a tattoo until your arm was full. Do you know what I mean? The reason I stopped having flash was because people only pick the certain ones. You've got a sheet with like 5 kois. People only pick that one. Can I have a koi? Yeah, you put on mint koi that, and then he comes back and he's like, I want a sleeve. Can I have that dragon? It's like,
there's nothing.
They're not the same, mate.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than when I get a group of people saying the 6 of us we all want the same tattoo. I'm like, it's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've got to do it 6 fucking times, and one of them's going to be well clean and sharp than one of the others, depending on the body.
And they're all going to be comparing. Mine's the best.
My mates are better than mine, and I'm like, but you had yours on your stomach, you've got cellulite and stretch
so
marks.
Many factors,
and she's had it on a forearm. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of factors.
I know it on the fucking side of the finger.
I know a guy, and he had like 6 lads, they all wanted Man United, MUFC, and on the last one, for some reason, he just put MCFC. Just brain fart, did it. Luckily, all the lads, because they thought it was hilarious, he was alright with it. Yeah. I spelled something wrong one time. Some guy would come in, he's like, I want Kai. It's my grandson's name. Kai. I said, I'll just spell it, I've never heard it before. Kai. I was like, okay, right, I'll go in the back and I'll draw it out. And I'm saying to him,
and you put Kai.
Yeah, right, because I was like,
what, did you look at it first?
Yeah, but it's only 3 letters. I don't need to write it down. Kai, and in the back it's Kai. And I fucking wrote it down, put it on him. Such a dickhead.
It is. These things happen, you know.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Just.
The thing is though, like I know it's no consolation, but it's like we feel it as well. We're fucking gutted as well.
You'll sleep over that, you know. You just stay up in bed at night like that.
100%. I'm a tattooist, and I know that not everything's perfect. But even when I get a tattoo, I'm overcritical of it sometimes, and I'm thinking you don't realise that it's man-made, it's done by hand, and the problem we've got these days is filters and Instagram, and they're not realistic tattooists. You see these tattoos, I've seen tattoos by some people done in this town who've come to me for another one, and they're supposed to be the best tattooists, There was a time when I thought black and grey, I'm up there as the best portraits. I didn't think there was anyone could beat me at one point. and some young kids come in and I'm thinking, fucking better than me, these bastards. But
killing it.
I've seen some tattoos done and they look mint on Instagram, but then I've seen them in the flesh and they don't look the same. Still good, but they don't look nothing like they do.
It's so hard, isn't it? Because that person who's doing the Instagram, he's making business off that, and you're going, no, I can't do that because it's not going to last well. But he's getting the business off it.
Do you think the trends are coming around? Do you think tribal will come back?
Yeah, tribal has come back. Cyberligilum.
My missus has got something around.
Did you do it?
I call it neo-tribal, mate. It's like tribal, but it's, what is it, cyber sigil?
Well, we had a big time with the Maori and the Polynesian, that's come round, hasn't it? And I think they all come full circle in the end. And people want these retro tattoos, the ones that the granddad had with an eagle and like, you know, the traditional.
Traditional was big.
Do you know what? If you do it clean,
bold will hold.
That's it. Yeah.
Working with other tattooists can be challenging at times. I remember working with this one tattooist, and everything he said was bullshit. He was like a compulsive liar, and like customers would come in and he'd be like, "Yeah, there's a program on Sky TV about me," and he'd go, "Danny, isn't there?" And I'd be like, "No," and it was constant.
I was in the army, me, and I had shotted 10 people.
Yeah. You hear this shit and I'm thinking, oh, like, some people have just not got no shame, do you know what I mean? And they'll say, I've got a question. Do you remember, you don't have to mention a name if you don't want to, but someone about coming to get a tattoo and he said something about him, and then he said on the phone, he was like,
Yeah.
What was that story?
Yeah, so there was someone, I don't know how to word it without fucking dropping him in it.
Should we leave it?
Yeah, we'll leave it. Yeah, it's gone. But there was another instance.
The moral of the story is bullshitting.
There was another instance when I'm sat with him and we're going to a convention, and he goes, right, just gonna make a quick phone call. Phones this guy. Hey mate, I'm thinking, mate. He puts his sick voice on. I'm not going to the convention. The guy knew it. Right, he goes, and then he's realised the guy might go to the convention. Now he's told him they either tattoo him for free or for cheap. So he's realised that the guy might actually go. He goes, I mean, I am going, but I'm not doing much work. And the guy went, Right. We went, and the thing was like, you don't realise what I've just seen. I've seen you lie to someone, and now that's eroded the trust I've got with you. He's like, right, sorted, let's go. And I'm like,
and that guy obviously knows he's fucking lying. Yeah. So it's.
But you know, and it hurt a bit because it was like, you don't realise what you've done, do you? I now think that you've lied, because I know he lied to me. Do you know what I mean? But he was an alright guy.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't really listening.
Sorry, mate. I got to repeat.
I know.
Go on, sorry, can I interject?
Go on.
Right, weird customers. Tattoo this guy, big gay bloke, because he was, right? And did a tattoo on him, really happy with it. I was working in one shop and went working in this other shop. They were sort of joined. So I closed the other shop, I'm working there. He's turned up and he's like, "Hi Joe." I'm like, "Oh, hello mate, you alright?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm after a tattoo, but I don't think you'll want to do it." I was like, "Oh mate, don't. Why not, mate? That sounds like I've got, you know, we're cool." And he showed me.
That was the placement.
Yeah, right. And he shows me. He goes, "It's this," and it's a picture of a bloke's bumhole being pulled apart. And there's a big black sun. And I was just like, I was going to say, no. He goes, "Oh, do you know what? You're right, mate." And he goes, "I'll ask Carl." So Carl, Bradley's here. He wants to work. "Hey, Bradley." He goes, "Yeah, I want this." And he went, and he's like, it was around his bum, was his arsehole tattooed.
Right.
And he was like, "I don't know." He goes to the back, he's like, "I don't know what to tell him." I was like, just tell him you don't want to do it. And he's like, "I can't." So got the girl out. She does it. She does tribal all day, and he was proper done in. You know, he's like, he knew he was getting fobbed off. He was like, right.
I've had people ask me to do the dicks, and so I've had someone say to me, "I bet you'd do a fanny though, wouldn't you?" Like, yeah, well, maybe not. I remember doing this girl, right? She wanted a Playboy bunny just here at the top. This is when I first started. I took her into the back. She like lifted it down a little bit. I'm not fucking lying, right? It looked like fucking the Jackson 5 popped out. It was that the bush was fucking immense, and there was no way I could like. I was like,
get through the thicket.
Yeah, like
you have to shave your.
I said you're gonna have to go. She didn't come back. Like
my mate, bloke comes into his shop. He's like, "I want my girlfriend's name on his knob." And he's like, "You are?" He goes, "Yeah, I want girlfriend's name." And he's like, "All right, 500 quid. Fuck it, it's Sam, it's 3 letters." He goes, "Would you touch my knob for less?"
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, fair one, mate.
Fair point.
Yeah.
I remember. Do you remember the guy? I think you might have told me this. It was Carl who might have. I think he got his bollocks tattooed.
Yeah.
And he put his bollocks on the armrest and pulled it out, and his
the
fucking
worst
bollocks
fucking
was like
skin to tattoo.
It was a smiley face. He did the smiley face. He let go of it. The fucking dog. Yeah.
This disappeared like fucking stranger.
What? Go on. I've got one funny one, right?
Say it, let's go.
Right, so it wasn't my customer, but the guy I work with, some guy come into his shop and he's like, "I need this covering up," and he's like, "What is it?" And he pulls his sleeve up and he's got a pair of boxing gloves And he said, I went to this tattooist, I want a pair of boxing gloves. And then while he's doing it, I said, could you do me a favour? Can you put Southpaw underneath it? And he's like, yeah, no worries. He's done it. He's gone to the mirror. He's written Southport. Right. And he's got, no, don't cover it. It's fucking hilarious. He's like, no, I want rid of it. And he's like, no, that's the best thing ever.
Yeah, I've had people asking me for names. I'm not going to name it. Somebody come in for the kid's name. The kid was about 4. Yeah. And they spelt it completely wrong. The kid's name was Chase. Yeah. I did it massive on his neck. I said Chase. Yeah. His missus come in and went, it's Chase, Chayze. And he was like, well, this guy used to say to me. No one ever spells that name like that. This guy used to say to me, he was a little Scouse guy, tiny, come in, little black gloves, and he'd be like, if you want anybody killing, I can sort it for you.
What?
Yeah. We have them all, don't we? You have to sit there sometimes and talk to people. I've had people sit, have tattooed in my tummy. Killed people, me, you know. Yeah. Like, honestly, we have had these people out there where we sit there and you have to listen to it, and I'm like, fucking hell.
Are you being serious, or are you just...
But do you reckon people will ever tell you, or it's like, he's the bullshit, do you know what I mean?
I think people try and impress me a little bit for
being a tattooist, though, people will tell you shit that they don't usually tell the family.
Do you know someone's having an affair? They fucking tell you. Yeah. The amount... It's like, do you not even know me? Do you know how many people I might know?
They come in and they tell you...
And I'll tell everyone.
Do you know what, though? Do you know how people always say tattooists are like a therapist? People come in and listen to problems.
It's true.
I offload to some of my customers as well.
Because
sometimes it's easier to talk to someone you don't know, and I tell them my issues, and like I give them a little bit of like what I don't know if you've not seen in the past. I know you've seen a lot lately. I've been through a lot in the past 3-4 years with the stuff that's gone on, and I just think to myself, it's made me live differently and live my life every day and not give a fuck about what other people think and stop worrying about what you know. Just enjoy yourself and be yourself. Do you know? Do you know?
But it's a connection, eh? You'll tell certain people. You won't tell everyone.
Yeah.
There was a guy. His name was Tom Keller. Unfortunately, he passed away. Yeah. We've talked about this. He was a tattooist. A lad came to me for the tattoo. I won't mention his name. And he went, this guy, I was booked in with him. He said, apparently he's just died. Like he went, but he owes me £100 deposit.
Well,
and I was like,
getting that £100 deposit.
He's dead. He was like, do you think I should message his missus? This was a guy my age. I'm like, no. Like his missus is going to be, she's fucking, her husband's dead.
You just take that one on the chin.
Don't you?
Some customers, I can't believe some of the shit that they'll say and they come out with, and
so shop I worked in, this woman had come in. She's like, do you do genital piercings? And she was like, yeah, it's £50 though. It's expensive. Yeah. So she set up all stuff, and she's right, come through. So she shouts her through. She comes walking through. She goes, oh, she's getting a fanny pierce. She goes, I'll just nip to the toilet first. Oh, that's fucking gross, isn't it? Like just before, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't do piercings. I'm not messing around.
Yeah. You know, just before, it's like, I'll have a quick piss.
Wiping that.
Yeah, but still, do you know what I mean? Like,
she's probably just going to go and clean it, isn't she?
Yeah, but not properly. No, she wasn't. She was going having a piss.
I don't think she's going for a piss. I think she's going to go and clean that.
No, we said, well, there's no toilet roll, so stamp your feet.
Yeah, shake your lettuce.
Yeah. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Who's the weirdest person you've tattooed? Like a proper weirdo who's come in?
So I tattooed this girl. I think her name was Seka. Right? There's loads, but this one springs to mind. And she was a black girl. She came in. I was tattooing her, and she kept like grabbing at my dick and like, well, I was tattooing her. But Sarah was fucking in the shop.
Accidentally, just like a twitch or...
No, she was like trying to touch my leg where her arm was off the armrest and being weird. She was it's like London accent. Do you remember her? She was just fucking weird, and she was like messaging me. She sent me a message. I can't remember. Something like, I wish I had a real man like you, or something like that. I was like, I'm married, like, you know what I mean? I don't think I was married, but, you know, no. And then my wife's got beautiful... beautiful red hair, right? And this girl, she had like a skinhead, basically, same haircut as me. Anyway, a couple of days later, she turned up at the shop, I don't know if you remember. She had a fucking bright red wig on, right?
Was I there at this point?
Yeah.
She walked
in to the tattoo studio, right? And she was off her head. I think she was just stoned, to be honest, but she was like, and she was eating this Greg's sausage roll, and she'd come in, she had this skirt on, and Sarah had just gone out to the bank, and she'd seen her loitering outside, and then she come in, and she went like that, and she put her fucking leg up on the pool table, like that, and she was eating this sausage roll. It was just the weirdest thing.
It sounds it, mate.
That's what you get working in the town centre.
Yeah,
you got the day dwellers.
Are you okay? And like, she was like, and then she got off, and then Sarah come back. I was like, you're not going to believe what just happened. And she was like, I saw her. Yeah. I saw her. It was just weird. It was like hundreds of weird stuff's happened. But
have you ever you tattooed her? So you did tattoo her first, and then she.
Yeah, I've done a tattoo on her. But she was like, while her arm was on the armrest, she was like rubbing my leg and stuff. I was like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? But I didn't want to. Normally I'd have said, fuck off, what are you doing? But my wife was then, it's trying to kick off, innit?
It is a weird dynamic.
It was always weird. Everything about it was weird. Fucking blocked and deleted her and never heard of her ever since. Like, that was bizarre, wasn't it?
What about that guy who tried touching your knob?
Oh yeah, I remember that one. It never happened.
I'll always remember him.
I was in between shops at this point, and edit this out if you're saying his name, because he's a fucking hard cunt. But I was
no, fuck that, fuck him. He's not as hard as me. Listen, start the story again.
So I was guest spotting in Earlstown between shops.
What shop was it?
I was at Hostel Souls.
Oh right, yeah.
With Sophie and
Charlie,
yeah. Right.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. And I was tattooing this lad who's renowned for some bad shit in this town. And halfway through the tattoo, I'm guest spotting at this point, so obviously I've got to try and make a good impression on these people. And he fucking answers his phone. What? He's outside now. Right, fucking give me a minute. So he puts his phone down, jumps out the tattoo chair as I'm halfway through a tattoo on his arm. He's like, fucking sorry mate, I'm going to have to go. And he fucking gets in his Audi and speeds off down the road. Sophie and Charlie are like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, I don't know. And it was one of them, like...
What, just gone?
Yeah, just fucking gone. Yeah.
Didn't pay her?
No, he didn't pay me.
Fucking cunt.
Yeah, he just drove off.
So we worked in this shop, this guy come in, and the guy opposite me was tattooing him, and he had, round his nipple, he had, in Old English, Mr. Torture, 13, right? That's a bit weird, right? It looks a bit kinky. He's gone, fucked off. And then a couple of weeks later, this other guy come in. It's the same sort of thing, but he had Rimmer, 13. Fan of Red Dwarf, mate? No. Turns out there's 13 of them that all like fucking bumming each other. The Rimmer is not a name; it's his position in the fucking thing, right? Whatever, right? Anyway, a couple of months later, it's Christmas time. Mr. Torture's come in. He's like, "Can I get my deposit back? Why? Everything all right?" Yeah. You're not happy with your work? No, I am. So, well, if you get your deposit back, you won't have any more appointments. Yeah, no. Why do you want it back then? Well, it's 20 quid. It's Christmas, I'm a bit skint. It's like, fuck off, mate. We're not a bank. You can't make a withdrawal. Right, fuck right off.
I've had that a few times. Just tell them straight now.
Yeah. I thought as well. I thought Rimmer, I thought it might be a bit of bullshit, and then someone else came in and they went, oh yeah, my mate's uncle. We were looking after his house. Said his name. Rang a bell. It's like, yeah, we're looking after the house, but only one door's locked in his bedroom, and you can look through the keyhole. Oh, fucking like bondage shit and whips and shit. Yeah, the Rimmer.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe on these YouTubes. Don't just watch it on Instagram. Get over to YouTube, see the full content. Thank you.
God bless.
You're going to fucking listen. You're going to laugh.
We're going to have fun.
Right, go on then.
This is my shit though. Right, go on then.